Taurus, welcome to your Intimate Tarot reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to know why I read Intimate Tarot, specifically sexual energy, it'll be outlined for you in the description box. As a heads up, if you are someone who identifies as being sensitive around the discussion or topics of sexual energy, sexual identification, that I want you to click off. No big deal. No offense taken. I'll see you in a couple of weeks, all right? I would never, ever, regardless of what tarot type you watch, if it comes into conflict with your beliefs or values, be it the subject or the reading type, you're not going to take anything away from it, okay? So I don't want you to waste your own time. Again, no offense taken, all right? No big deal. Me personally, I understand that sexual energy, it affects us as individuals, and thus it has the opportunity to affect our relationships as well. So that's why I look at it. I operate from the principle of the more we know. There you are. For those of you who are returning and you know what's up, welcome back. What's going on, please, for Taurus? Show me that sexual energy, please, for Taurus. We're going to go ahead and take a look at current and then potentially the next several months. Show me. Show me what I need to see, please, for that Taurian sexual energy. Show me what I need to see, please. Show me what I need to see, please, for that Taurian sexual energy. What's going on? Show me what I need to see, please, for that Taurian sexual energy. Oh, and you might have noticed I finally got my second tattoo. Yay! I'm so happy. It still has its protective healing film on it, so it might look a little strange, a little distorted, but it's absolutely beautiful. I will be detailing the process on my Facebook page if you'd like to connect with me there, and I will be doing a shout out to that tattoo artist in the mid-month, but yeah, just to let you know that is different. It's like, wait, is something different? Yes. I love it. It's great to see the thing that's been in my mind for a couple of years. It's finally there. Yay! I love it. I love it. All right. Oh my. Just kicking that straight off, aren't you? On the sexual energy, eh? The devil, recent past. Well, that's some strong sexual energy right there. Oh my, my, my. Current. 3 cups. We calm down a little bit. All right. Taurus is just already setting all sorts of standards. Ace of Cups is crossing. Okay. All right. Surrounding energy. The Tower. Oh my, yes. What? You. Oh, honey. Okay, look. I didn't know it was going to be all that today. I didn't know it was going to be. And Taurus like, what? I got a lot to talk about. I got stuff on my mind, Christina. That's why I'm here. Hello. I see that. Okay, we've got a lot. Honey, we've got some concepts going on here. We've got some heavy concepts here. You just pulled 3 majors on your opening, and some of them are beautiful concepts. Some of them are going to have some heavy depth to them. There's a lot of sexual energy here today, and some of it's quite powerful and transformative. So we're going to have to do some digging. You know me, I love a good dig. Okay, we're going to get into it, I promise you. But already it's like, Taurus is like, what? I got stuff to talk about, Christina. Why do you think I'm here? Okay. Let's see the next couple of months. 8 of Wands. Sorry. The Knight of Swords. The World. Interesting. Communication, action taken. The World. Are we opening or are we closing in that particular sexual cycle? Your strengths, please. Ace of Swords. You know what's up. You know what you like. You know who you are as a person. Of course, Taurus being ruled by Venus. You have a very strong truth about your sexual energy, your sexual identification. This is a no-brainer. I'm not surprised to see that at all. Obstacles, King of Wands, the passion itself is in play here. And then moving forward, 10 of Cups, emotional harmony. That's good news. So hopefully, honey, I don't know what the heck's going on, but you're showing me a great deal of emotional and sexual energy here. There are some very strong fundamental concepts here for you over the next several months. Let's just start with Mr. Devil. Let's just start right there. Let's just break this down piece by piece. What you're telling me is that you have a very strong surge of sexual energy towards somebody. They are actually reflecting it back on you, of course, if you are dealing with another Taurus or another earth sign in general, as we have, we have Capricorn as well as Taurus here. So far, a little bit of Scorpio, but if you are dealing with another earth sign, I really need you to suss out who is who. So do keep in mind, take what resonates. leave what does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Crosswatcher same. Okay? Yeah, oh my. That's kicking off with the devil. That's a very strong surge of sexual energy. It could follow along the lines of possessive, obsessive. I don't know. The devil can mean many, many things in sexual energy, but first and foremost, it's a fierce attraction to the point of sometimes pain, to the point that it causes discomfort. It's like, how can I have such a strong sexual pull like that? Why does it pull me? It kind of scares me. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. And that's first and foremost his interpretation in sexual energy. So let's start right there. Of course, for those of you who are OGs, you know Big Red. This is the tarot deck of sexual magic, respectively. Show me the devil, please. You are showing me Three of Cups in terms of your current sexual energy, wanting to connect or reconnect with somebody who could be a sexual partner / emotional partner. We'll see. Ace of Cups is crossing as in terms of challenge, the heart space. Let's take a look. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. The person surrounding you, Tower. Surprise! They have very strong transformative energy, but they also consider it to be sacred. The Hierophant, which again could be dealing with fellow Taurus, or they have very strong spiritual energy attached to their sexual energy. Okay. And if you are dealing with Scorpio, that could very well be the case, as well as, again, fellow Taurus. Okay. Show me. It does not have to be. Please do not get caught up on the placements, guys. I say them out of courtesy. It's about the energy, not the card placement. Or rather, the power card. Show me the devil, please. Show me the devil. 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 Show me that devil, please, for Taurus. Show me that devil, please, for Taurus. And for some of you being fixed earth, of course, the devil and that sexual energy, I understand that this is my partner. I have very strong attachment to it. You can't take it. It's mine. Don't mess with it. And again, that very strong possessive quality that Taurus can often possess, be it in their emotional world, their pentacle world, or again, their sexual world. This is a very strong thing for Taurus. This is mine. That's it. Don't mess with it. It's mine. Show me. Let's have the Queen of Swords, determination. Nine of Swords. Okay. And the Hermit. Now we have all major earth here. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, strong determination. You had some very strong sexual energy here towards someone to the point that it made you uncomfortable. And you were at your level energetic best to control it. It's not going to control me. I control it. Okay. With that Queen of Swords, King of Swords, they don't really play around with that sexual energy. They kind of take a several step backs from that point of attraction, like say the King, Queen of Wands would. And they say, I'm going to look at this sexual attraction for what it is and kind of remove myself from the intensity of this feeling, because you know what? It freaks me out. Nine of Swords. It causes me stress. It causes me anxiety. That's way too much sexual energy I am having towards someone or someone's having towards me. I don't know. But the idea is it makes me uncomfortable and it puts you into an internal space of stepping back. I'm trying to step away from that attraction. It's very intense. I'm going to look at it logically, analytically. I'm going to cool this off. Whew, we took a cold shower, yeah? We take a cold shower, cool it off. The Hermit, Virgo, boom. Heal it, heal it, heal it, heal it. Separate from it, heal it. Separate from it, heal it. Separate from it, heal it. It ain't all that. Taurus is like, it ain't all that. It ain't all that. I ain't feeling that. No. So it's not straight up denial here, which is good. All right. Otherwise, we just would have had some swords and left it at that. You're showing me the Hermit. I need to heal myself towards this. Where is this sexual attraction coming from? Where is this sexual pull coming from? Why do I feel it so intensely, so sharply, to the point that it kind of freaks me out? Nine of Swords. This is mental pain, mental anxiety, the stuff that keeps us up at night. You know, that kind of thing. So this energy, it really mentally preoccupied you. But the good news is that you're showing me Hermit. I'm willing to understand. I'm willing to reflect on this. I'm willing to cool it down. I'm willing to kind of look at my sexual energy towards this person's situation and try to understand it, not just from an analytical point of view, but also heal myself towards these thoughts, these feelings, right? So you're trying to show me a great deal of control within you. Okay. And this is not just regular good old King and Queen of Wands passion, which is beautiful. This is to the point where this Taurus I'm looking at, your sexual energy was so sharp. It was so distinctly defined towards someone that it made you uncomfortable. So much so that you pulled it back by several degrees, which is something that you were very, very capable of doing. So I can't say I'm surprised to see that. You might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Let's jump on over here to the Three of Cups. So it's looking like it was non-activity. Despite the sharpness of it, It's like you would not allow yourself to indulge it. This is non-active. This was an internal process. You, as far as I can tell, did not act on that sexual energy. In fact, you did your level best to control it. Okay. Whew. But from a place of I'm willing to understand. I'm willing to understand the Hermit. Now, I don't want you to think that kind of strong sexual energy is automatically something that you have to heal. Okay, that's a very common misconception. It depends on what you do with your sexual energy. Just because it's a very strong attraction doesn't automatically make it wrong or bad. It's just sometimes it can be so provoking, it feels like we're being backed into a corner, and it makes us think something's wrong with us. Okay, so I don't want you to automatically take it to a negative space. I want you to apply that as you feel fit. Either the sexual attraction was so strong it made you uncomfortable, or you really do feel like the sexual energy towards someone was going to a bad place. I don't know. Let's keep moving. Show me. Show me that Three of Cups, please. And your current sexual energy is looking a little more fluid. It's looking a little more loose. It's looking a little more light. Wanting to connect or reconnect. Show me. So how long ago that was, I don't know. Show me that Three of Cups. Oh, okay. The Chariot, let me know for some of you if you're connecting to Cancer. You might have some very strong Cancer in your chart. Show me that Three of Cups, please. And that current sexual energy, show me that. The Sun, warm, Temperance, Sagittarius, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, now look at that, look at that, look at that. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's very interesting. You're showing me lovely, warm sexual energy, honey. It's very lovely. It's beautiful. It's relaxed. It says it knows itself. It knows when and how to take pleasure. It builds to a certain point. You like to be comfortable with your sexual energy, not be in opposition to it. There's someone here that you would like to connect with that kind of provokes the warmth of your waters, the warmth of your fires. Okay, because that's gorgeous. That's absolutely beautiful. I'm not surprised to see the pentacle for you at all. It's a working structure, and I often have to say this to people who don't understand earth energy, and I'm one of them. You know, I had to learn really hard to interpret that pentacle energy. It's no easy thing. You guys put a great deal into it. That includes your love energy, that includes your healing, that includes your spirituality, and it includes your sex too. It's something that you work towards in the real world, and then also your kind of internal application are one and the same. You have a very strong sense and respect for sexual energy, in that it should be smooth, warm, fluid, embracing, and reciprocal. And it's something that you are more than happy to express and build upon in the real world. Eight of Pentacles. It's beautiful. You literally see sex as a form of healing, as you should. That's the Taurus I'm speaking to today. So that kind of gives me as a reflection point, if this is where your sexual energy currently is and where it was coming from, I could see why this kind of sexual provocation was so damn difficult for you, because it feels like not this. Whatever you were experiencing here in the past, it was a sexual appetite that was so sharp, it made you sometimes feel like you were starving mentally, and you're like, what the hell is wrong with me? Why do I have such a strong reaction? Now, whether that was a strong reaction to someone specifically, I don't know. It could have been that, honey, in your recent past, you might have felt very strong sexual inclination that didn't make sense to you. Perhaps for some of you, you felt a kind of spike in your sexual energy, and without rhyme or reason, and you were kind of seeking it out, and it kind of freaked you out, and that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know if this energy was tied to someone specifically or circumstance. I just know that that's not where, or generally how, you like to interpret your sexual energy. The Taurus I'm looking at says, when I'm me, I understand sex is healing. And yes, I agree with you, 100% it should be. It should be a combination of spirituality and healing and bonding and all that lovely good stuff. And you're telling me you know how to put that quality time, care, and attention. The Eight of Pentacles is a very active giving concept. It's not like the Three of Pentacles or the Two of Pentacles, which is bare minimum effort. You're telling me I like to give a great deal, and I also like to receive it. It's a balanced thing. It's a harmonious thing. And that's how you would like to bring your sexual energy together, to know that you are being touched, tasted, loved, etc. in all the right ways. Again, Taurus, very sensual. So when you touch your person, your partner, it elicits in you certain feelings of love, of being protected, of being nurtured, all that good stuff. Lovely, balanced, fair. And with the Sun, you can't get much more warm in terms of that open, happy shared, fared, reciprocated sexual energy. I know I'm pleasing you, and I know that you are pleasing me, and that makes us both happy, and it just makes this Taurus light up. It's smooth, it's calm, it's cohesive, it's sensual, it makes sense. And again, it provides a certain healing element. Again, your sexual energy is telling me this is how it prefers to be. This made you uncomfortable. Okay, this is not where you are. This is where you were, and it made you uncomfortable. So you took a time out to heal from that. Perhaps some of you were exiting relationships where you felt the sexual energy was just way too sharp and there wasn't enough emotional depth. Perhaps you were in relationships, there was a great deal of sexual energy, but it wasn't the kind that was healing or qualitative. It might have been heavy quantity, but no quality, that kind of thing. Where it didn't feel like your energy was loved, shared, or honored, which is what ideally sexual energy is. It's a place of honor and spirituality and so forth. So that might have been where you were coming from too. Where you feel like your relationships were just sexual based and it was just feeding your sexual appetite, but not your actual spiritual, emotional self. Boom. Honey, take a pick. I don't know. I just know that the inclination was there, but you weren't comfortable with it and you healed it over time. All right? And you want to bring your sexual energy back together in that name of this is what I know it does for me and that's what I want. Okay. Okay, let's see the Ace of Cups is in the crossing. Challenging? I don't know about that. Let's take a look. I know you want to bring it together. You want to bring your sexual energy back together in a way that's healing and beautiful. That's the way it should be. Celebrated. Also, the Three of Cups, it should be celebrated, you bet. Someone who receives and gives the sexual energy the same way that you do, right? It's beautiful. And you're right. Healthy sex should be celebrated often. That's my opinion. Hi. If you're new to my channel, my name's Christina. I'm a little different and happy to be so. In case you didn't pick up on it. Just to let you know, Intimate Tarot are bonus videos. Technically, I rotate them about every 3 months, but now I'm starting to think I might need to increase them every 2 months. The demand has picked up again. Regardless, I'm happy to do it, and if you'd like to catch up on some old messages, they're listed in playlists under my channel, okay? Anyway, back to the Ace of Cups. Crossing in the challenge. Let's take a look at that Ace of Cups, yeah? Honey, you got the goods. The Taurus I'm looking at, you got the goods. You have beautiful, warm, sexual, sensual energy. You understand its purpose as it's meant in accordance to you. Now, how other people believe it should be, but in accordance to you. Again, your Ace of Swords was in your strengths. I know what sex is to me. Okay? I'd like to share that with somebody who has very similar values, as you should. Show me the Ace of Cups, please. Show me the Ace of Cups. Show me the Ace of Cups, please. Ten of Wands, strain in your heart space. Two of Swords, confusion. Eight of Swords, too much confusion. Way too much confusion. Way too much confusion. Way too much. That's too much confusion. Too much confusion in your heart space. We've got to sort that out, honey. We got to sort it out. I know what your spirit wants. I know what your sex wants. Your heart says it still doesn't know. That's what you need to sort out. If you truly are that Taurus that says my sex to me is right up there with my emotions and right up there with my spirituality, and I agree that's a beautiful combination of energy, 100%. I'm in alignment with that too. I get you. But your heart space isn't sorted out yet. Ace of Cups, our best heart, our best intention. So much so that the waters overflow. When our heart is full, okay, the waters flow. So much so that we need to share it with somebody. And thus we have Ace of Cups and it breaks off into two. We want to share that energy. You're telling me your heart space can't share right now. It would like to. It would like to experience the warmth of the sun again. It would like to experience the sexual energy again that is celebrated and easy. And somebody praises you for your sexual energy and the love and warmth they share. You see what I'm saying? It's not just sex to have it. You could have done that, and you might be that Taurus. That's where you came from. That's just not who you are. It's not what you're about. And you had to do that learning thing already with the Hermit there. You learned about that. It's easy, right? It's easy to have the sexual appetites met. But is it sustaining? Does it make you feel warm and loved, cherished? Like somebody understands you spiritually and sexually, right? When somebody touches you in that way or looks you in that way, do you feel that your spirit is free? Do you feel like you are being loved? Do you feel like you're being understood? A huge part of the Taurian love language is everything that we don't say, but everything that we do. Okay? the experience of somebody through touch, sound, smell, etc. That's your Venus. You're highly sensual. You just don't go on and on about it. You just do. That's what you want, and what you want is beautiful, and if this is what you want, I want it for you. Your energy says it wants to bring it together. 3 cups. I don't know that you necessarily have anyone specifically in mind. It's looking like in the general sense, this is what I want. And you're telling me, and this is what I like about your energy, you know, Christina, sometimes you see me with a 2 of Pentacles and a 3 of Pentacles and a 4 of Pentacles effort, but with this, I would give a lot to it. I know I would give a lot for this. Someone who can share me in that way, that made sense to me. I didn't have to use my words. We just know. We just know how to be at ease with each other, to please each other, and to heal each other. You don't need words for that. I agree with you. So what you want is beautiful, and I want it for you. Here's the thing, baby. This is what we don't like. And this is something you're going to have to work on. Now, I know, being the Taurus collective, you guys can appreciate that a little bit more than some of the other signs. God forbid. Excuse my Scorpion eye roll. That I dare suggest, oh, that you're not perfect and you have work to do. Oh, no. Thumbs down every fucking time, like clockwork. You and Gemini and a couple of other folks actually have the blessed insight that things aren't like that. Your energy knows this. So when I tell Taurus they have work to do, your first response is, yeah. Almost always. And I love your sign for that. I really do. You cannot believe how many people are so pissy when I, God forbid, suggest anybody has work because no one's perfect. Yeah, no, you do. You have work to do in terms of your heart space, because what you want is beautiful, but you're telling me your heart's not ready. Your heart has the blessed capacity to be full. It's just not in the position of fullness. You're not in the position to share your waters with anyone. There is stuff that's kicking around like baggage in your heart, the 10 of Wands, that weighs you down. Okay? It's like your love is way too weighed down, like your heart space. Your heart literally is weighed down. And then it gets bogged down further by confusion. 2 of Swords, 8 of Swords. You can't get much more confused than that. There is way too much weight in your heart that suggests that while you're energetically, you know what you want sexually, you're not in a position to receive it emotionally. Okay? And you want them both. If you just wanted to knock around, you could do that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's just not what you want. You know, perhaps you've already been there, done that. You know, I've had wild sexual experiences, Christina, and it fit the bill at the time, but it doesn't fit me anymore, so I don't know. I don't know where that devil is coming from, but it's past-oriented. Okay. Perhaps it was an indulgent sexual appetite. I got what I want, and I've been there and done that, and I know it's not me anymore. But I'm also not in the position to open my heart space right now. So that tells me by default, honey, that, again, you have learned to equate your sexual energy with very strong components of love and healing. Excellent. And I know what you want, and I want you to get there, but we have work to do in our heart space. We do. We have work to do in our heart space. There's too much in there, way too much confusion about your love. Is it ready? Do you have a full heart? Or do you have a healed heart? You have way too much emotional connectivity in there right now that says, I'm occupied, I'm occupied, I'm occupied, I'm occupied. So 10 of Wands, you have like over-contracted yourself in your heart space. It's like you have no room to feel. You have no room to feel in your heart. There's just way too much in there. And you do have a tendency to over-obligate yourself. So right now you're telling me your heart is over-obligated in multiple directions. It's not just you being like, I'm not ready for love. There's no space in there. There's no space in there at all. There's no 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords. No, you can't see your heart being open at this time. Why would you? There's too much going on in there. You're emotionally obligated in way too many areas that somebody's pulling you this way, somebody pulls you this way, somebody pulls you that way. And it leaves you with a very taxed heart. Let's keep going. Surrounding you, the tower. Show me this tower, please. I want to get you there, honey, because this is gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful, so I want you to get here. I do. I want you to remember that. Just because you're not in a position to receive it doesn't mean that one day you won't. Okay? This is who you are. This is where you currently are. Big difference. So that means your heart space is lovely. It has the potential to be. Okay? Your desires, hopes, dreams, wishes, etc. are actually remarkably straightforward. Shall we? Show me this tower, the one who surrounds. Show me the tower, the one who surrounds. Show me this tower, please, the one who surrounds. Show me the tower, please. Ace of Wands, Hanged Man. King of Wands, you have something waiting to come in, but it's not here yet. You're not ready to receive the energy yet. But please know it's there. Very much so. We're going to have to do a little time check on that one. I'm not going to lie. The energy is nice. It has not come in yet. When it does, it might be a bit of a surprise. But as far as I can tell, it's currently on hold with the Hanged Man. The Tower, the shifting of worlds, views, knowledge, experience, surprise. I do not know when this energy will make itself known to you, okay? Or if you, I don't know. I don't know. Right now, you're not in a position to receive or pursue. I know you want to. I do. There's just too much in your heart space that says it's otherwise engaged in too many other areas that doesn't allow you to love. You're not able to love right now. And that includes your sexual energy forming that particular bond. And you do want to form that bond. It's right here. Literally putting the work into it. Sexual healing, warmth, pleasure, harmony. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Generous too. This person's energy, Ace of Wands, the Hanged Man, King of Wands, they've got some passion written all over them, honey. This person's very passionate, whoever they are. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but yes, absolutely could be. Aries, Leo, Sag. And they're telling me they know what they want. They know what they like. They tend to gravitate towards that sense of inspiration. They tend to be very ambitious, and they tend to be very forward. The energy is like, this is me. It's very honest, and it's very straightforward. But they have delay. So that tower, in terms of making a difference in your life, when it comes crashing in, okay, when it becomes actually available in your real world, I don't know. Currently it's on pause, but at some point it's going to usher in, and it will usher in strongly. They have a Hierophant attached to their energy. Again, could be fellow Taurus. However, I'm reading their energy as being highly sexual, but also spiritual. So, yeah. It could be somebody who, again, equates that, I believe I said earlier, sexual energy with their spirituality in terms they're one and the same. In other words, they might be very fire-oriented, passionate, but it's not just about the sex. It's about someone who I need to take my sexual energy to a higher plane of existence, because I experience myself in the real world as someone who is deeply spiritual. So if it cannot take me to that space, I'm not interested in it, and I don't mess with it. So again, this person has very strong sense of unapologetic passion tied to them, but also a very strong sense it needs to serve a purpose. So their sexual energy has to serve a purpose, or they don't engage. Okay, that's it, really. Let's see the Hierophant, please. Let's see the Hierophant, please. Show me that Hierophant energy. Show me that Hierophant. Show me that Hierophant, please. Show me that Hierophant energy. Could be that they are reflecting upon you as well. Absolutely. Let's take a look. Show me that Hierophant. That wrist is tight today. Show me that Hierophant, please. The Wheel of Fortune. Two of Wands. It has not come in yet. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it hasn't come in yet. It has not come in yet. This person, it has energy that is slow. I know it doesn't seem like that. Again, this is one of the biggest misconceptions about that fire energy. You can be terribly, terribly fire forward and still not rush into things. In other words, they put their fire first. This is me. This is who I am. This is my display. This is what I believe in. This is where I get turned on. This is where I'm goal-driven. This is where I'm ambitious. But that doesn't just mean I'm sloppy about it. So this person's energy is kind of slow to engage with anything that doesn't meet their standards. All right, so they're showing me very strong elements of, I have a lot of feelings, I have a lot of drive, but I also take my time. I'm not in a rush. So this person has very outward energy that everyone can see, but internally they are not rushed. They don't like being rushed. They know how to delay, but more to the point, the delay, they make their time. And again, it hasn't come in yet, not for you. It's looking like it's close. Could be. Okay, let's take a look. Show me over the next couple of months. Eight of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the World. What's up with that? Show me this communication, please. Show me, okay. Show me this communication, please. Show me the Eight of Wands. Show me the Eight of Wands, please. Oh, there you are on the split. Yes, I know what you want, honey. Emotional harmony. Fulfillment. Fulfillment of self, fulfillment of household. Show me the Eight of Wands, please. Show me this communication. Show me the communication. Show me the communication. Show me the Eight of Wands, please. 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 Ten of Cups. Queen of Swords. You're telling people what you want. You are telling people what you want, but the investment is small. Okay, but you are making some sort of movements and speaking unto the world what it is that you would like to do. Some of you have some very strong air in your chart. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You've shown me the Queen of Swords twice. And that, realistically speaking, you know what it is that you want to feel. What you want to feel is lovely. And it's strong, and it has depth, and it has flavors. Yes, of course. And on the surface here, though, you're like, but I'm being practical about it. So in small, measurable ways, but very small, you are communicating outwards. This is what I'd like to do. This is what I'd like to do. A little bit of communication. We can handle that. We can start there. I agree with you. A little bit of communication. That can lead to bigger picture concepts. Okay. That you want the happiness. You want the emotional rainbow. Right? You want to emotionally harmonize with somebody, but you're doing it from a very practical point of view. So who you're communicating with, I don't know, but it starts small. And it's looking like it could be around February. That's for some of you, not all of you. And for some of you, the 18th and or 13th might be important. Of what month? Again, I could not say. I'm trying to look more at February, but there you go. You're starting to invest just a little bit. Okay, I've made up my mind. I've made up my mind. I'm going to go ahead and put out just a little bit. Just a little bit. I can handle it. I can handle a page. I can handle a page. Taurus says, I can handle a page. Let's get this thing going. And I can see why you're not rushing. Your heart space isn't fully available either. So do keep that in mind. So don't pressure yourself. I like that you're showing me a Queen of Swords in terms of your rationality and your functioning, and that you have bigger feelings behind it. Very good. I'm happy about that. But do keep in mind, one of the reasons why you're having such a hard time connecting in the thing that you desire the most is because you are the least emotionally available at this time. And I don't mean that as a judgment or disrespect. It simply is. Your Ace of Cups, your heart space is in the challenge position, crossed by multiple difficulty cards. 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords. You just, honey, your heart space, there's just too much kicking around in there. It's looking like it's overly indebted to multiple areas. In other words, I'm feeling this over here, I'm feeling this over here. So until your heart consolidates and gets on the same page with you, and not what you already have pre-existing outside of you, it's going to be hard for you to meet this goal. So when I'm telling you, I'm looking at you in February, and you have made the calm decision to put out some communication, to kind of get the thing rolling, get the ball rolling, that's exactly what that means. Okay? I don't want you to take on more than you can actually contract yourself to in your heart space. All right? Because you have a lot going on in there already. It's like, I'm trying to find more room in there, Christina. Don't. If you have to try to find more room in your heart space, then that means by definition, honey, you don't have the space. So unless you're willing to do a clean out, all right, do the spring clean out and make some space, you know, let's start there. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. Knight of Swords, please. Show me that Knight of Swords, taking action and or communication, action and or communication. And it's going both ways. You seem to be observing the communication you're receiving with pleasure, but you're not, again, allowing it to, or allow yourself to get carried away with it. You know what I mean? You're not putting too much into it. You're not getting too much back either for that very reason. But what it is you are receiving, you do seem to be pleased with it. So again, Taurus is kind of like, I'll start there. Okay? Show me that Knight of Swords, please. 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 Judgment. 8 of Wands. The Hermit. There's something about the person you are communicating with that is making you feel increasingly comfortable, which is great. For Taurus, that's a plus. The Hermit The Hermit. Okay, so the more we communicate with this, whoever this is, I don't know who this is, okay? Could be this person, could be out in the general sense, I don't know. But when you talk to them, it reminds you of your healing efforts, and it makes you feel more comfortable, okay? When you talk to this person, you're starting to feel, okay, they're a little bit more like me. And the more I talk with them and or communicate and or take action towards them, I get more and more evidence of that. And now your energy is starting to relax with this person a great deal. Okay. You're starting to see that whoever this is, judgment at this point, I'm going to go ahead and say that this person has come on in February, March. Okay. Not right now, but there's a delay. We start out small, I believe. It wasn't until I saw judgment that I connected the dot with the tower. The more we talk to this person, take action, the more comfortable we get. Literally, you get more comfortable with them. And for Taurus, that's a big deal. Your comfort zone has to be established before you start to give more to a situation and a person. Okay? If you're not comfortable, it don't happen. Which reminds me. You know, I got the pissiest little comment. As I've said, and I'm not terribly shy about it, you and a couple of other folks have some notoriously strong cross-watchers, and I had the pissiest little comment that I'm supposed to get on your ass more. Apparently, I'm too easy with the Taurus Collective. Not that you don't have your fair share of difficult readings or anything, but I personally, me, as in Christina Sassy, don't jump on your ass more for your delay, how slow you are, how challenging you are, how bullheaded you are, how stubborn you are. Apparently that's my job. And I'm like, I'm not Taurus's mama. I'm not Taurus's mama. And if I was, I would tell my little baby Tauruses to stay the hell away from you. That's like, do you not get it? Like, see, it's telling Taurus that they're stubborn and bullheaded and that they're slow is like me telling Scorpio, you hold on your feelings too much. You already know. I would literally be telling you what you already know. I have yet to meet a Taurus who did not know this and accept that about themselves. The point is, honey, for you is how far are you willing to get in your own way, okay? Because that slowness, the challenge, I got to find my comfort zone. I got to find my comfort zone. And by the time you do, the thing in question might be gone or have changed. And that's one of the things that Taurus's fear innately is that they'll be left behind because of the slow thing and I need to get my comfort zone and all that. That's all part of the package. It has its pros, it has its cons, but it's your process, it's your system. So I would tell that cross-watcher and the similar folks about they're taking too long or they won't make up their mind. Okay, then I think you already know. Because that's one of Taurus's power moves, is that when they do know, they go. Everything else gets kind of relegated to that fuzzy, I don't know about that. Let me think about it for a couple of years. So when Taurus says no, they know. And if you know your Taurus is dragging feet, they're taking too long, whatever that means to you, then you're the one who is being held responsible for that knowledge ultimately. So there you go. Because it really irritates me. It really irritates me. You know? It's like you should know what you're getting with your Taurus by now. Or any sign for that matter. And if you wait, that's your choice. There you go. You know Taurus is going to take their damn time. They don't like to be pushed. They don't like to be shoved. And when Taurus makes up their mind, they make up their mind. If they don't, they don't. There you go. I know this. 100% true. When Taurus wants something, or someone, they go fucking get it. There you go. So that's why I say be careful with the comments. Most Tauruses already are very aware of their process and they beat themselves up for it. You know? Most fixed signs are like that. Most fixed signs are like that. And like I always say, honey, I'm very protective of all my collectives. The kind of shit I would give Taurus or Scorpio, etc. is what I would show to your sign too. So do be careful with the comments. I do monitor them. The World, Six of Swords, Eight of Cups. I don't know what it is that you're leaving behind, but it's one of the things that is overfilling your cup. Okay? So that negative space that we were talking about over here, what you want is beautiful, and what you want wants you to. I insist upon that. I do. It's gorgeous. It's simple. It's easy. And you're telling me, Christina, I can put as much into this as the day is long. Someone like me. Beautiful. But can't. I got too much kicking around in the heart space. I'm overly committed to this, that, and the other. You're emotionally drained. You got no space. You got no real estate in your heart, right? Location, location, location. And that is including your sexual energy too. There's no space for this Taurus to emotionally expand or sexually expand at this time. That's going to change a little bit. When you start cracking open that communication with whomever over the next couple of months, you get more and more comfortable. There is something that you're going to exit, and it's going to free up some space for you. What that is, I don't know, but honey, you just showed me double transition. Okay. No. 3. Like I said, when Taurus makes up their mind, and here's you making up your mind. You are releasing some of that emotional baggage, something that takes up way too much real estate in your heart and that keeps you from connecting to someone the way you want. You're like, okay, now that I've communicated with this and established with this, and it feels good, I feel more comfortable with it. Your sexual energy is picking up for this person. Your emotional energy is picking up for this situation as too. It feels right with judgment. You're like, okay, let's do the old clean out of the heart. Something's got to go. I need more space for this. I need more space for this, you're telling me. And so you are exiting something. What that is, I don't know. But it's something that looks like it needed to be pruned off anyway with the Eight of Cups. It was something that you were already emotionally disengaging from, so you're kind of finalizing it over here. It was something that you already had very small emotion for. And you're like, you know what? This is one less thing that's taking up space or real estate in my valuable heart. And yes, your heart is very valuable. And the more you know that, you're going to know how to start processing out that which doesn't need to be there anymore, and it's taking up space, and it's keeping you from interacting with people or someone the way you want. And when that happens, boom, it's like, well, I didn't feel much for that anyway. It was probably time to cycle it out. I 100% agree with you. This beautiful. Know thyself. The World. Six of Swords. Eight of Cups. That's a lot of I'm out. Or you're out. Or this is done. Or I didn't have much feeling for this anyway. Why the hell was I holding on to it? There you go. Like I said, when Taurus knows, it's done. Good job. It was overdue, by the way. But again, tell that to a Taurus. It's like, Christine, I'll know it's done when I say it's done. I know. I know. I'm not trying to argue with you. I value my life too much. No, again, it's like telling a Taurus, honey, you're slow and you got a very long, drawn out process, is like telling Scorpio. You ever thought about letting those negative feelings go, Scorpio? The fuck you just say to me? Because we can do that too. Oh, really? Is that your advice? That's cute. I love it. Good job, Taurus, honey. Well done. Well done. And I mean that. I do mean that. I really, really do. Something about your lessons of the past here are terribly, terribly critical. Where your sexual energy was sharp and it was being fed, but it made you uncomfortable. And then you realize what it is that you really want to feel with somebody, but that you didn't have the emotional real estate, as it were. When you start communicating with this person, it literally feels right to you. So you're like, you know what? It's time to make some space. This needs to go. It could be multiple things, because again, I will point out to you the World, Six of Swords, Eight of Cups. Whatever it is that was demanding some emotional energy from you, that was draining from the best parts of your heart, not giving back to you, you weren't emotionally invested in it, and it was time for it to cycle out anyway. It was an overdue process that's coming. Okay, you walk away from it, you exit it, I don't know, but it shifts out of your worldview. Again, it's to accommodate and bring in this energy that looks like you have a healthy response with. Okay. Oh, I'm having so much fun with your reading. Your sexual, so that's over the next several months. If you want to look at it like February, March, April, by all means. You know, you don't have to. Let's just call it the next several months. I do believe it's this energy that was on delay, and they're coming up under judgment, I believe. Oh, again, over the next several months. Ace of Swords. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. Your strengths? I know what I like. Yeah, well, there you go. Ace of Swords. Show me the Ace of Swords, please, for Taurus. Show me the Ace of Swords. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. Show me the Ace of Swords. I don't know how involved you were in this because you were leaving it so willfully and so consciously. Even you're like, shit, how long was I holding on to that? So there wasn't much in there. It might have been a couple of things, honey. It was something you were detangling from, you're no longer emotionally engaged in, no longer emotionally contributing to. And it's kind of like, I had very little whatever for this. And it's some sort of overdue cycle. I don't know what that looks like. It could be multiple things. Okay. Show me this Ace of Swords, please, for Taurus's sexual strengths. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. Ooh. Yes. There is an increasing knowledge in you that says, I have not been experiencing the relationships the way I want, not for a long time. And it's been on your mind. It's been in your spirit too. It's been in your knowledge base as well as your spiritual base for a while. And then also in your 3D world, when you take a look around, you realize this is not the life I want. This is not the relationship I want. These are not the experiences I want. These are not the feelings I want. And that's become an increase in you for a long time. It's like whatever it is you have had in your heart, you have emotionally over-contracted yourself. I can see that you spend a great deal of emotional energy into stuff that doesn't even really feed you. And I don't just mean your sexual-based relationships. I mean anything that takes from you and doesn't give back. Because your heart's pretty damn depleted, but it's still being overtaxed. You see what I'm saying? So this is where we have that polarity. I'm giving, I'm giving, I'm giving, I'm not getting much back. And then what do? You don't just hit E, empty. You actually go into the negative at that point. So I know that you're exhausted because you give your heart to many places where it's overly contracted, over here, over here, over here, and it doesn't give back. You've been aware of this for a while. You understand that you have not been sexually pleased in a long time. You understand that you have not been emotionally pleased in a long time. You understand that you have not had healthy relationship healing elements within you and surrounding you for a long time, be it family, friends, etc. Just leave the sexual part out. It's not been restorative is my point. You've been aware of this for a while, and it's been growing with you. It's causing you anxiety as well. It's been causing you stress as well. Because there's what you know about your sexual and emotional energy, and there's what's actually happening in the real world. And in the real world, you're grossly dissatisfied, and you have been for some time. Growing knowledge. For some of you, July will be terribly important. I don't know why. But for some of you, July will be very, very important. Okay, let's show me this King of Wands character. Show me this King of Wands, please. Could be the same person who was on delay. Very much so. Okay. Show me this King of Wands, please. Show me this King of Wands. Show me this King of Wands. Show me this King of Wands, please. Yeah, you understand that your energy has been restless and growing and dissatisfied for a long time. And honey, it's because you over-obligate yourself like you always do. You know, being emotional support structures to everyone but yourself. That's how that happens. Okay. Your heart space has been overtaxed. Just, I don't know. But there's too much in there, and most of it's negative. And isn't supporting you emotionally, sexually, or otherwise. All right? It's, I don't know. The world, Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, I just know that you will be exiting it almost like gladly. Okay. All right, show me that King of Wands, please. Six of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor. Yeah, it's this person. It is this person. Oh my. I'm not going to lie, your person's energy is about as stubborn as you are. Very strong Aries energy here. Oh my, yes. Their energy is large and in charge, isn't it? Oh my. Yes, 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 yes. Ace of Pentacles, this person's very generous in their sexual energy, but they also, again, have very strong-willed. I'm telling you, they know what they're like in reality. They know what they're like in bed, too. But they're also like, I can keep that in check. They're telling me they understand or are very aware of their sexual energy. But like with the Emperor, they can control it. Not a problem. They have a very, very high respect for their sexual energy because it means a lot to them spiritually. And they understand that they have a lot of value attached to it and they themselves have a lot to offer. And Six of Wands, I'm not going to lie, their energy is a bit cheeky. It's almost like they're saying, oh, I know what I can do. Is that what you want, Taurus? Is that what you want? Oh, I can do that. You gotta make some room for me first, though. Yeah, we gotta make room for this person. For space for this person. They have a very large energy. It's like, no wonder you're kicking shit out. I wouldn't blame you. Look at that. It's like, that can go. That can go. This person needs space. This person needs space. Okay, I'm trying to make shit happen. They need space to express themselves. Yes, they do. This person is very... Ooh. Their energy is extremely forward, unapologetic. They're kind of a toughie, I'm not going to lie. But they also have a very strong respect for their worth and their value. And they know they can give it to you in equal measure. It's really strong. It's really strong energy, confident too. They're very sexually confident, and I don't mean that in an asshole way. Again, they have a huge respect for what it stands for. Okay, they have a huge respect for what it stands for. So again, their sexual energy towards you, or will be towards you, is a reflection of the Hierophant. Again, my spirituality and my sexuality are the same. I know where it's coming from. I know what it's about. I know what I can offer, and I'm not apologetic about it, and neither should you be. You're terribly, terribly sensual, but again, you don't really communicate that. You're almost shy about it. Again, you need someone you can open up towards so that you can feel comfortable expressing it through action, not through words. This person's like, oh, that's not an issue. That's not an issue. They have some very strong, but in command, sexual energy tied to them. They don't have to be male. They could be feminine as well. Doesn't really matter. It's about the energy. But someone, again, very strong-willed. Very strong-willed. And they have a great deal of fire attached to them. But they command it. You know? They command it a great deal. It is this person. We got to do a time check on that. Oh, don't worry, honey. Don't worry about it. Moving forward, Ten of Cups, which is what I saw that you wanted. And it started by the smallest of things. With you conceding. Let's start with a little bit of communication. And the more you communicate with that person, okay, the more comfortable you get. You understand that your sexual needs, your emotional needs, your relationship needs have not been met for a long time. And that's because a great deal of your emotional energy was being scattered in multiple places. None that feed you. Not in the way that you need to be fed. Okay? You're doing away with that. You're making room for this person. Oh, you're making... And I'm not going to lie, honey, they require room. I said they don't really do the small stuff. They're kind of like, go big or go home. That's their energy. It's go big or go home. All or nothing in that person. So it's like, well, I'm going to make some space for that person. You talk to them. You like their confidence. And it puts you in ease about your own sexual energy. And that what you want is right and good for you. They put you in that mind space. All right, Ten of Cups. Moving forward. Moving forward. What it is that you were so desiring. The whole thing that kicked this all off. We achieved it, I hope. Let's take a look. Some burden, some strain. Okay. Okay, I know this sounds bizarre. A lot about tarot is. Ten of Cups, we have the Ten of Wands. Don't let that discourage you. We also have the Chariot in reverse with the Queen of Cups. There is something in here that you know has to be given up. Something that you said, I am emotionally attached to. You no longer are. It's one of your Ten of Wands. Okay? I don't know how many different directions you're pulled in. Okay? In terms of your love space, I just know that a lot of it does not involve your cup, your heart being replenished. So I don't know what connections you're involved in. Again, family, friends, community, where you are there emotionally for them, but they are not there emotionally for you, not in the way that you need, not in that personal way, not in the intimate way. You're not replenished. There are things, the Ten of Wands that I saw back here, that is literally prohibiting your heart from expressing itself and being full, not full negative, but completely full positive. That has to be exited because there's no love for it. It's one of the many things. It's on this downline, okay? And one of the reasons why this energy is delayed. There is still something here that you emotionally contribute to, but you understand it does not achieve your fullness. So I know it sounds strange, but I promise you it all, in my eyes, it makes sense. So hopefully I'm explaining it well. That Ten of Cups, which is under the point, I want that, I want that, I want that. Yes, indeed. Where's that bloody Ten of Wands? Where did it go? Oh, okay. One of the things that you give to, but does not give back to you, and it confuses you. It does. It confuses you emotionally, and it confuses you sexually. It's something that ultimately, at the end of the day, you understand you have no love for. Chariot in reverse. That you no longer have energy for that. It drains you a great deal, and you no longer have the energy for it, or the emotional energy, I should say. Okay? And what otherwise keeps you from having and receiving what you need. There's a very strong recognition of this for you in future. Okay? It's one of the things that needs to be cycled out. You understand that you were already emotionally checked out from this situation a long time ago. It probably needed to be cycled out a long time ago. And you are no longer in love or have feeling for. It doesn't have to be in love energy. You literally have no feeling for something that causes you strain, but you feel contracted to it. The thing is, it's not contracted to you. And I know that because if you were getting the love you needed from it, you would still be in love with it. It's one of the things that has to be cycled out for your heart space to become full and soft and warm again. And Queen of Cups. But you're on that particular road, and you have been. It's a truth that's been growing with you for some time, that your emotional and sexual needs have not been met. You're not doing this anymore, but you're also still not getting what you need. Okay? I know what it's like to have that kind of crazy wild sex, Christina. I know it doesn't work for me. It fulfilled whatever purpose it fulfilled at that time. I've healed from it, but also whatever it is I have been in since kind of takes and takes and takes, and I feel like that's been the case for a long time. And it's anything that meets that criteria where you know you give your heart and it's not given back to you. And you're not in love with it anymore. You don't have feeling for it anymore. And it was probably something that needed to be left behind some time ago. This person who is coming in, their energy is both very proud, dare say stubborn, but it is consistent. And they say very well and very strongly, I know who I am, I know what I'm about, and this person says, I'm going to need space in your heart, Taurus. I'm going to need space in your heart. If you want this, I can give this to you, but I need space in your heart. Make room for me. Otherwise, I'm not showing up. That's what the energy is. It's conditional. With Judgment and the Tower and the Hanged Man, it's delayed, it's here, it can be coming in, but they require space in your heart. And you're like, I'm going to make space for them. I want to. And they kind of make me realize what hasn't been there. Okay. Let's keep on keeping on. Was there anything else here, please? Knight of Pentacles, there you are doing your thing, slowly but surely. This is coming around the way it's supposed to, the way it needs to. Trust the process. And Strength and Scorpio and Death. I mean, Leo, Scorpio. Interesting. What is this? Came out the sideways. Four of Wands relationship energy. What is this? What is this, please? So it begins. Yeah, something here is ending or in the process of. Four of Wands is on the sideways. It has not fully, this is for some of you, not all of you. I wanted to push a little bit further. This is one of the things that you realize in due course, that there is no love there, and it hasn't been for some time. It's it feels like an obligation in your heart, but not necessarily one that you are in love with or that you feel that you are loved by. Okay, it's a two-way street. It's not just what you don't feel, it's also what you're not getting back. When that ends, it could be some sort of relationship here I do not see, but it would make sense to you. Could literally be Leo, and or Scorpio, in a relationship that has not something here that has not fully exited, but is on the precipice of it. It's one of the many representations of what keeps your heart occupied. Okay? And this person says, if you want me in this capacity, Taurus, you got to make room for me. You know it, you see it. And something is being fully exited, something that was already emotionally done before this person came on the scene. Okay? Any cross-watchers who are taking offense to that, I am sorry, real tarot, real life. But also I'm not sorry, this is my job. The point is, I'm seeing a Taurus who's getting to where they need to be, and that is first and foremost my objective. Get to where you need to be in this life. Okay? And then boom, the Fool, and then we have a matching sweet mate. Okay? A lot of passion. There's that King of Wands energy again, someone who says very strongly, I know myself. And two are quite the pair. We open up towards that. But yeah, there is, and it's not just any kind of relationship. There's a couple things in here that I know that you are overly contracted in your heart space. That doesn't give to you. You've known it too. It's been growing. And it's kind of like it's time I dealt with it. If I really want this energy in my life, I have to make space for it. And it's looking like I'm looking at a Taurus who is consciously and willingly making space for it. And the more you make space for it, the bigger your energy gets. Positively. And in your best interest. Okay? Sexually and otherwise. It's not just about that, is it? I think I've made that point by now. Okay? Okay. And then you will have what you want. Remember that? With that awesome, adamant energy. Christina, this is what I would love to have. I would put work into, I believe you. When Taurus says I want to put work into something, you do it. You just do. That means it's legit on your part. When you put pentacles into whatever it is you do, that means you take it seriously. You give it your time, energy, care, and attention, and thus you back up your energy. That's the Taurian method. I may not speak to it, but I act on it. And I put a lot of myself into it. You're telling me this is what you want with the Three of Cups and your sexual energy and your emotions as well. So by the time you open up towards that Fool's energy, that King of Wands is fully present in your life, that Emperor energy, that one that's commanding and stubborn like you, but also for goodwill and good reason. You two match energetically, and then you finally connect in that way. In your spiritual, emotional, and sexual energy that says, I got what I want. And I'm on board with my person, they're on board with me. And aren't we hot and beautiful and sexy? The answer is yes. Yes, you are. Honey, whatever this is needed to go. I think you held on to it out of habit, even though you weren't emotionally attached to it. I'm confident you did. You carried it in your heart much longer than you should have. Okay. But yes, this person is going to require space in your heart. I'm very curious about the time aspect. Okay. Time aspects here. Make the effort. Let go of control issues. It is what it is. Let go of control issues. I gotta hold on to this, even though it doesn't give to me. I gotta hold on to it. Says who? It doesn't give back to you. I see that because you're fucking exhausted carrying this in your heart, whatever it is. You haven't had love for it in a long time. You don't need it, honey. Let it go. Otherwise, you're just hoarding, and that serves no purpose. It's holding on for the sake of it. And I got news for you, baby. You don't want it in your heart anymore anyway. It was already on its way out. And this person's delay energy says, I can come in when you're willing to let go. Make space for me, Taurus, and I'll give you what you want. That's all their requirement is. They do have a big personality, but it's for good reason. You want the big person in your life to have the best real estate in your heart, don't you? Not a little bit of this, not a little bit of this, not a little bit. No, you want the person in your life to have the most amount of real estate in your heart. And that's all they're asking for. And they give you everything. They want to give you everything. So, give them the space. And then you get your everything. Make the effort and let go of those control issues. Okay? Make space for this person. Consciously and willfully let go that which you are no longer emotionally attached to. It's time to cycle out anyway. Trust the process. Engagement. Stay optimistic about your love life. Give this relationship a chance. You've got to put the time, energy, and effort in. You've got to put the work in. You have to be the willingness to let go of the control issues and let things go. And then, yes, there is the possibility for engagement. For some of you, this person's energy is marked with very soon. So speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at that. I want to see it when it's a little bit more on the constructive side. In terms of when I see you actively communicating. For some of you, yes, early February, March, somewhere around there. The point is, once you start, you get that little taste, and the more reassurance you get that you are connecting with somebody who puts you into that space of healing, that reminds you that you are a whole person, that your whole self should be loved and cared for and nurtured, not just different parts of you, or whatever it is that you can provide. You know? Okay. There's that Ace of Swords, that knowledge that you have, too, on February. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, respectively. For some of you, 5 weeks. That would still put us in February. Yeah. Oh, time to dust off the old communication skills, honey. Okay. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. Around February. You know what's up. You're going to start looking at this person critically first. Hard hat on, but with the bigger goal in mind. Very good. Keep your hard hat on. When you introduce yourself to energies, keep your goal in mind. Do they meet that or not? Okay. Is it just more devil energy, or is it going to be something that actually is, we're looking at a range of 5 to 6 weeks, i.e. February. Okay. All right. To decision. Okay. For some of you, the 21st will be important. For others of you, the 23rd. And heavy references on the 2 as well. So 21, 22. The 2nd, and then just heavy notes of February in the general sense. Okay. All right. Very good. They are fully on delay until you better understand what it is that you need to do. What else, please? What do I care? It's my channel. I'll do what I want. And that's my Scorpio / Aries. It's my channel. I'll do what I want. You know, Christina, you should really do this. You should really do that. You should really do this. Should I? Oh. Well, I don't know about me, but that seems like something you can do when you start your channel. Okay? Me and my stubborn ass. Oh, me and my stubborn ass, you know? Well, I think that might be a good fit for you. Whatever your little suggestion / critique was. I know you know. I know you know. Some of you, isolation. You feel like you have been isolated. You want to know where I saw that? It's been your strengths in terms of sexuality, Ace of Swords. You know exactly what it is that would make you happy. The thing is you haven't acted on it and lived through it for a very long time. And some of you feel emotionally and sexually isolated. While you are still expected to emotionally give to something that you tapped out on a long time ago. Whatever that relationship value is to you. I don't know that it's necessarily a significant other, marriage partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, or this is just someone who is in our household energy. As far as I can tell, your heart space has multiple demands made upon it, most of which are grossly unfulfilling to you. And you need to know that. You recognize it and then do something about it. Make space for somebody who wants to make space for you. It's the great exchange. You want it, you make room for it. This person's like, that's what you want, babe? I can give that to you, but I need space. You know it, and then you start kicking shit out. Okay. That's got to go. That's got to go. That's got to. Taurus is like, I'm doing a clearance sale. I'm doing a clear out. Family concerns. That's what I'm saying. Family concern. I'm telling you, it's not just relationship baggage. Relationships that might be on the verge of ending and you've known that. It's more than that. There's family stuff in here too. I can't see it. There's people who take away from you and they don't give to you and you feel obligated towards it. Speak your truth. I want you to speak up towards that. I know you have a strong Ace of Swords in you. I know you do. I want you to speak your truth, okay? About what it is that you've been experiencing and why you feel like the pre-existing connectivity that you've had. You understand where you're coming from. You don't want to do that again, but also you don't want to stay where you are either. Okay, I want you to open up about that. Give yourself those healthy boundaries. Close out what you need to close out. Okay, and you do your inner healing. Many of you have. It's just you haven't exercised your inner healing yet. You know what it is that would make you feel good, but you haven't actually applied it to yourself yet. You're going to have that opportunity. Okay, and this person's going to make you feel very good. I would say healed up in all the right ways. Let's put it this way. I think this person would love to play doctor with you. Make you feel better. Kiss your owies. Make you feel better. Poor Taurus. I haven't been loved in such a long time. Let me fix that. But they do need space. They have a big personality. Other than that, oh yeah, trust me. They'd like to do some energy healing work with you. Okay. Yeah, like I said, large and in charge. There's very strong Aries energy in here today. And they're also very courageous, very forward-thinking leadership energy. Huge, ambitious, drive, stubborn. But with all that fire, they're very much in control of it. In other words, they have to know someone's worth their time too. Okay. Piscean energy doesn't have to be. Some of you might have Pisces in your chart. Same is true for Aries. And then Capricorn, very strong-willed, stubborn-headed energy. I saw that earlier on the opening. Of course, that Capricorn energy doesn't the devil energy does not have to be devil. It could simply have been a Capricorn connection in which you understand as one of those elements that really, really takes from you. You're emotionally detached from it, but you can continue to give to it. Excuse me. Frog with a coin in its mouth. That's the symbol of prosperity. Yes, you too. Your upcoming connection, your potential connection, strongly prosperous in terms of you getting what you need. Okay. All right. Dragon. Goodness. A lot of fire energy here. Lots of it. Z, S, Owl, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, respectively, but also very strong intelligence, but with a big heart. I know. I think that's a good summary of your energy. Intelligent, trying to keep things from a good perspective, using your intelligence, but also you have a big heart. It's just there's too much in it. Very little of it that seems to benefit you. So I want you to think about that. Many of you have been. For some of you, like I said, July will be terribly critical. I don't quite know why. All right, honey, I think that's it. This was good. I like this a lot. You got the goods. I like your energy. I like how you perceive your relationship energy in terms of your emotions. And the healing element in terms of your sexual energy, how it's meant to be used, how you want to experience it. That's good. That working knowledge will assist you. And I specifically want you to understand that's what you feel you want versus what it is that you're getting. Okay, so it was time that you did a good old clean out anyway of the heart space. What it is that you contract yourself to or feel over obligated by, but doesn't necessarily give to you, and is it even the relationships that you want? Someone here represents that space of very much what it is that you want. They have no problem meeting those needs whatsoever, but they do require space, and it's looking like you'll be actively making space for that person to accommodate them. Again, the person who can give you them, think about it, honey. Think about it. The person who can give you the most, that's what you should be giving the most space to. Your time, energy, and effort. And you're telling me that you can do that. I believe you. Back it up. All right. That's enough. Put in the comments as you see fit. Let's see. The next round of readings should be the general overview for the month. You guys, take care. Be well.